He is the only creator. Yet Osanfeno said, I am the best of creators. In the same Quran. I didn't allow Eka the best of creators. Abraham Wakasa say, or you're the only creator. How many creators do we have? How many creators do we have? I am the best.
A few moments later.
I am the best creator, and I said, half you have say we have. I'm the best creator, and I'm the only creator. I am the only creator. I say I am the only creator, and I say I don't know what you are even talking about. I don't know what you are talking about. He is the only creator. Yet Osanfeno say, I am the best of creators. In the same Quran. Hey, schoolmate, I just say, if you have a cordial, you watch it.
Okay, a tier for me chacha will be a seto SSK and a say. And it's about have fruitful conversation, dialogue, has say, okay. Me wo brother back online, no see a friend Kevin. I want to so no, I think this is why I follow my page and one of them. Now what type of say be I try so very rich me, but na me checking my phone and me be do face see I know my friend. Me want to line so okay. Me share that in kasa nkomo bi andro akire bia anti me see me ba life na say end live conversation. And I'm about life no okay. Kevin wo ho no.
Yeah, mo say.
Okay, anti see an your life until the work can be an after will be a TB okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Me catch us me topic and can person be treaty and some about life. Maybe about life me can more topic there can never be treaty okay. Are prisoner slaves, you know. But o frame no na say me frame one no. Me no kasa no okay. Nti minim conversation be dey kwa kopie. Nti e bia say me ne have a conversation no make new topic and say me change topic no. It depend on how conversation be konanim, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Nti Kevin since I want to person who approach me now, say me contact you until I'm a friend, okay?
Yeah.
It's me life is here. I dey be na person who can actually say to.
Indeed, there a myriad of things. In fact, say vast array of things, and you might be brave because me be I think I've been listening to you for some time now. So and I've even and I'm quite familiar with even a bit of your history, even for the time and now I think for the time and now who scrutinize it and chastise Islam in a way. During that time in man, I think you used to be a CSF member and the whole other stuff. It's, you know, briefly just let you have an idea. Say I'm a bit familiar with how let's talk about it now.
Yeah, me you know. I kind say my camera now disconnected. My maybe had a currency. What is going on?
Okay.
My camera disconnected. My mic is what disconnected. Okay, mic in there, but camera no not disconnected. Okay. But
No problem.
I think they are back after this. Sound to be disconnected. Minimum the contra. Mala misa me chia shaky sa me chia okay. Me te on can't shaky sa long time. Okay, so see I'm a Christian into yesterday. But I never join or some I no cre Christo some. My research number who mala misa. We don't like casaro. Okay.
Come on,
Yeah, mala misa me say wa me who okay. Ti black join or some na salvation wa honom. Men for when in two be on him the better no cramp. Was Muhammad can Quran and say, I don't know what will happen to me. Yes, today or more salvation, no. You'll be here so be GD now do crack on also and no never wow. So pay heaven a qua. Men will be from man that thou. Yamfa Yankopon on one fat of that and penny for the top of that and crack. The top of that and crack. What you say, Yankopon from man that thou. Yeah, steady, Malamisa, Miss Row. Do you know who be okay? Do you know who? Nyankopon on fa emba and that will say uba me kwa mema oba na no for yeke see it said what kind of koran mo no jabi menyesa
some
enti mala mi sabe ti ma friend ma church re Christo so many mo because say bia uti mosque no say do mo church re wo no ama why it said bia Christo so mo nye me be study na dwene wo kra ho salvation e ho hia okay Kevin metie o
how many virgins?
Omo bebre kwa 72 ni de kaka ho assembly ni Nyankopon odi mad okay wo de Kevin kasa eti wo de
Yeah.
Kevin metie pese me hunu wadwen kire no de wo pese wo ka kire me na na se bi sa
Yeah. And you know, now my main issue about this. I think for the past few days we've been going back and forth on the issue of slavery. I think that there's a lot of contention there because we'll be able to make up mind like about certain things and go be have certain perspectives near on how a slave is here, like in the past, and then this and that's my main issue. I mean, like me just afraid.
Okay, to issue is saying to who is saying slavery na Bible no regulations to no the same thing ancestors no go through no Bible no na kire wo say o me say that na who na say
no. Personally, I mean, when they say just a matter of two be hold on, like the man of Montreal Bible, you see, said on they hold for a long time, and there's like the events that happen regarding slavery happening every and another time, what you say, and when happened way before, and logically speaking, you can't say or Montreal all those centuries, like a millennia ago, no. Or like 2 million years ago, no, now more James say it's like about 1,000 or 2,000 years to come, no, or more the so I could enslave Africa for visa. That one it doesn't make sense. So you see, the whole is Libya, some material, be literary material, I attract to about slavery in December. It just happened to be convenient for Nkofobia no so margin say on Baba Young Africa for what you see.
Okay. And you just say I said the Ben Moshe that video no man here na Ben Moshe or Chira one for say a Bible
I know what you mean. Say okay, Ben Moshe. Then there's also something many CSF, but I'm not here. So who knows that question? Who side? And they say okay, fine. Slavery, no, it was a thing. It was a reality in the Bible. No, it was there. Okay, fine. But before we come to that, you know, like men young who say, I say, that's living a woman. Say almost that as share say or more like anytime that slavery ever happen, baby, no more the slaving for see their Ghana no say missionaries buy no. I said because sometimes I know what you mean. From sometimes with Abraham, you might even think say the slavery no more Bible it was purposely designed by some people say maybe Yakubu be a pen in Africa and resources almost say it will be Mianko class on the intro book with the say on Yanko Dada almost say name from resources will be into slavery. What you say? I understand what you mean. So Uti Abraham sometimes it sounds that way, like as if that's what he's saying. What you say? Because even he himself, you know, but the thing is, when said he himself, no, he's not always consistent on that stand. Sometimes it will sound like he himself is acknowledging, say it was used as a tool to sort of justify the slavery, you know, that kind. What I say, and sometimes too, it sounds like it was purposely designed for that. So even that contradicts itself. So I understand where you're coming from as per Moshe angle, not the banner. Sometimes too, you have to understand something. When you are sending a message to people, yeah, you try. I say Martin Luther King no means sense. Martin Luther King no, not or man, no those kind of like civil rights movement is sense. We have Martin Luther King and we have Malcolm X. They are two polarizing characters, all going after the same cause.
Okay.
Malcolm X is more aggressive, more like down on or more on say I didn't say
joining Islam. No.
Okay, fine. Mr. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Now, baby, or not because on the mentality, you know, it gives him the right to fight back, to do kind of all aggressive things, you know, because that was Islam gives you. Christianity is so amount the same thing. Christianity gives you the right to protect yourself for yourself, or no. It doesn't. Christianity never teach say, "Yeah, we be the second, but wow, can it doesn't teach that. You have to protect yourself or life, you know. We don't fight for Jesus. Say you be cool because of nipakone insulted Jesus. And Jesus forbidden anything about capture no. Or country and conform say Sanko so be protecting and the Father ever my angels for sure be protecting them. And if we don't fight for Jesus, say back of you could be because it will be the Jesus at them. But for me personally, my family, the end of the day, Christianity gives me the right to protect myself. So I have to have a gun at home. Meeting area, but remember who's a criminals are available. I will buy a gun and protect my family. So it's kind of Christianity.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It make
Okay.
And so before no, it is all about love and the kind of love no we don't even do anything. Ubi tia una so na ohwe ni sa what I say na. Ubi o say awunya de hwe da na that be Christianity interest. Yesu Christ o mo nkoto se kan nyina. Enti Martin Luther King ne aho den de metia say the reason why now yon koko Islam side one no because that time they needed aggression. He needed something with AK-47 you know move around, okay.
Yeah, but before we digress, okay, so now me point and say, also me and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, two people with polarizing characters, personalities, on way on method totally opposite, but not now for the same cause. What you are saying? Into Malcolm X, no, can it maybe or back kind of pacified, kind of pacifist kind of tone. Yes, I said you are so preaching, but and yet preaching no preaching, or for the same cause. Into me can say. About the two, one to the like say will be like to say or no Moshe say no or sensationalize it at the end of the message, for it to get effect, like every time impact every time hit it home. Even if say to crime every time war, yes, no, me understand because it's just the way it is. What I say, or no, your friend say, or no, Abraham, as what I can see, or a very, 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 very skilled communicator. And or you will be on him how to be able to like if I say good salesman, on him the right things to say to make sure say a bit now.
Yeah, Kevin, me say be cancel for too much about me say okay. When imagine to me then they okay. As a worker say oh you sue the emotions of us and how now it is slavery and no. And you or turn am I bad feelings am Bible say the Bible say yes. And then I me person man for ya away. So no intimate was
and I am aware of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Man for ya away, man for the omuka Ben Moshe can okay because waka nemu bebre honum na okoko check hwa eye no kre se wo hu eno nti no bebre nkoko check hwa bi onja we be do stage bi na de obeka bia no am for fan as truth. So when I say how no be presenting nemu bebre a kire wo no okoko check hwa na ubo ade na chi we ntisa but still now me hu topic and say bibia wa ankasa no obi a opo so
maybe the back because this am so say maybe say there are certain things maybe as material you can say like Abraham certain things go am in the certain things go am in the and as certain things go also I'll just reserve judgment and I say me should and like I'll be sort of like indifferent about or maybe I'll be indecisive what you are saying then and it's the same with you too
of course
what you are saying yeah there are certain things that that's a trust woman. Okay, yeah, what you say makes sense. And there are many things to show, and so come and say, no, really, or this, and I said that. Nah, come on, hold up, really, you know.
Yeah, brother Kevin, it's cause our point in it, you know, because in my find another callers. One thing is say, okay, as I will come, me can be an ubian and by 100%. And definitely, you know, so be kasana. Be out in 20%, 60%, and I say 80% on any argument. Wouldn't be 40%, 10 beyond there's percentage be be argument. It is very difficult. Say you have somebody now, you agree with the person 100%. My wife, I'm a while no cramp on no, my wife no, and so many 100% on the BB home. Honestly, me 100% on BB home. Okay, me siblings, my brother, my sister, yeah, 100% on BB home. It's a common and normal thing. But they good in say, then we can dialogue, we can all digest and discuss about the issue now. So to me, when I mean, who say a criticism, different aspects. Brother Bako, community say on frame or line, so but or frame many times or back door, on the ultimately different angle because I'm arguing yanko honum sano perspective after your baby the country one menadrin until they can the only menadrin and I see the meet me explain myself better and I say meet me share with one. Now to us I'm for line so we one Julius Michel Suhyini
no problem. Okay, hello.
Metie the only me nyadwene no na kosoma
No problem. Yeah, into me koso sisi but first of all, me pese ya what you say. Me pese because sisi me pese so bit ma boa me. I don't know, is it possible to get like obi a wo betimi a selecting no I just say you are a professor in English, but obi a to say a band profo at least profo or team profo. Now one 10 person. Now come and the team. I'm just finishing. I mean bisano be on profo. No responding the way I say or like what does it mean? We are taking it from there.
Okay, so you know line so okay na Julius so line so mo nipa me no automatic link no ma join CC an. Okay. No talent now.
Because my test clinic I can take to be at least no maybe I stand on maybe I refuse can maybe neutral or if you similar to use assume
okay.
Make it more
at the moment me was CSF4 no CSF4 no holding the platform down and yes I dey my so be she ha say
okay, when was this year?
Hey, Julius, any Julius needs to in what has say. But our partner say Julius needs to in mo thinking no e be a question of be busa mo be bias. So
yeah, exactly.
No, let him ask.
Let him ask. Last time we busa Julius, we bias. It was our question and we busa we want to say old lady cross the road no okay. So okay bias.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to do is very important to initiate that then I'm presenting me.
At the moment, okay, the say Kevin, the war has say any Julius, any Seto, any Suhyini, okay. And either say you say it's not Yahweh, the Bebano, or Moya bias or Mania bias.
Let me do it. Send at least said their listeners, right?
Their listeners, yes.
Okay. So Sisiane you way a profu and a mabekano. Pato tira mekani you. A profu and it's plain. And a profu na mabekano. Memo about like memo and you back up this maybe like about 1 or 2 or 3. But first one, they say a friend of mine caught COVID.
Yes.
Okay. A friend of mine caught COVID. He was rushed to the hospital and he didn't die for 3 days. Mikasa anything.
Okay, who busa me the end there? Okay, also a friend of you caught COVID. There's a onya COVID and or call hospital and he didn't die for 3 days until he died after 3 days. No wuye or could do hospital and 3 days later no wuye. Sana me meti ase.
Okay, sana what you say? But obi fu from so ncham ni ase.
Julius also ti ase say.
And then he didn't die after 3 days.
He didn't die for 3 days.
For 3 days. And then he died after 3 days. Then he died. Then.
What's he saying? Kevin, what's he saying?
They say, me beside you and me beside you just to.
So I can be my Julius and say.
Okay. Because what they will not count there, so which means what they will not say the question. Okay. Man beside you, me say, a friend of mine caught COVID. He was rushed to the hospital and he didn't die for 3 days.
Okay, Julius, what's
question?
it?
No.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That means, he died after 3 days. After 3 days, he died.
Okay. Suhyini, what's your question?
Your friend, right? Your friend, after rush to the hospital, he leave.
Yeah, yati. Okay, Julius. Suhyini, what on him?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so did you get the question? Do you have an answer?
Can he please just repeat the question?
He said a friend of his caught COVID and then he was rushed to the hospital and he didn't die for 3 days.
He didn't die for 3 days.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. So he didn't die for 3 days.
Oh, okay. So the friend was rushed to the hospital. He didn't die for 3 days.
Yes.
So the question is
COVID, he caught COVID.
He caught COVID, onya COVID.
Yeah, it means he lived on.
He lived on.
Yes.
Okay, and so you say so what 3 days he lived on 3 days. How do you explain the 3 days He lived on after the 3 days, as such as saying.
Yeah, he lived on after the 3 days.
Okay, so he
The
lived on after
COVID didn't kill him for 3 days. It means he continued to live.
Let me ask the question. The way Seto framed it. Let me frame it, because the way it's framed is important.
Okay.
It's a friend of mine caught COVID. I want to know Julius. Suhyini the only woman in why
That be what a question will be because Julius Obiama ni mo say Suhyini say
okay, and it's all on record, right?
It's all on record. It's all on record. Yes.
Good. Okay. Intercat Julius, right?
Julius amani mo Julius will say to him, after 3 days on the pakonu wuye. And
okay, no problem.
And as Suhyini say, after 3 days, nipa kono survive. After 3 days, nipa kono da sutiase. And I me can say after 3 days, nipa kono wuye. According to the memetiasi,
according to the man. But the difference is, who say questions na you na ubisa, no, you framed it a bit different. You just bisa one more time, just to finalize. Not the final verdict answer.
Okay, busa one more time because of
Julius, who? Okay, Julius, I'm just having a conversation with you, and I'm saying,
yeah.
Oh, a friend of mine caught COVID. He was rushed to the hospital, and he didn't die for 3 days.
Yeah,
that's the question. What do you gather from this question? What do you make of this question? What's your understanding of this question?
Okay, my understanding would probably be after 3 days, then he died. He lived on, after he get a COVID, he lived on for 3 days, but after the 3 days, he died.
Okay, so that's your final verdict? I mean, that's your final...
yeah, that's my verdict. Yeah. I stayed there.
So right now, Uche. Okay, it's out here.
Okay, Tobo, Kevin. Mami Musa question we're saying, okay.
No problem.
Is it the premise be what Honum say? When somebody get a COVID now, the person is supposed to die within 3 days.
Is there a what?
Is there a premise be and I say system be what Honum say? So being COVID now, the person was supposed to die in 3 days. Within 3 days, the person was supposed to die.
No. There's no such premise.
There's no such premise.
Listen. This is just a question out of the blue. That's just how the question starts.
Okay, what the answer question?
Premise anything.
Time also.
No problem. Let me just make it quick. It's one question you have me beside. Once I walk me beside, with the way I framed it, I spoke it in a clear, audible manner. It was profound. What I say, and I would tear, and I would mount tears here, right there and then. You didn't even ponder over it. You didn't even give me time. What I say, and I would hear no first, and I Suhyini so the same thing. And the first response different from the second response. The first one was aspect, saying I would see framing, but as maybe beside framing it the exact same way I put it to Woni to you, and like the rest of Woni Suhyini, no, actually, also no response, aligning with any Suhyini.
I think we may say, Mammy can't Kevin Edipa Julius, any Suhyini in a one line, so okay. Julius, or name me answer near back home. Julius name me yarding, and a Suhyini there, or name me Suhyini echo the opposite side.
And I make okay, Suhyini echo the opposite side, but move back home, Miss Abisa second time, maybe move beside. And I for no car say, oh, at the end of the day, it's Suhyini response then.
Suhyini response, like I said, Nipakono or nothing happened to the person.
Okay, Suhyini, yes. The person. Okay, no problem.
Only was standing by his answer, and also standing by his answer. Said, "Yeah, many Julius is standing by answer." But
okay,
to Kevin,
no problem. No problem. Make on. It won't say we are profu. Utina make say important say we be on team profu. Maybe that's the question. But no problem. This is who response in here, and I was responsible. This year, mianko So with me, if anything, hold on, just hold on a second,
Curious, yeah.
Just one.
I asked him more, but Kevin.
Oh, and yes.
Yeah, because you co progress me topic I'm to one of Crampinian Kasai, okay, CS4 line as well.
No problem.
Umba respond to Julius, why hitty.
So no problem. So Exodus.
Yeah, man,
So Exodus, depends there's not a cause problem, no. Like not only now.
Exodus 44 now.
21, or 21, 20.
21.
Exodus 21.
Yeah.
Okay. Exodus
21. The program found the Exodus 21, 20 to 21.
Okay, Exodus 21.
I didn't know what my person was home because the bear who the patch
about slavery, no.
About
slavery, no. Yeah. About slavery, no. Yanko, who translation, no. NLT.
The minimum verse now, what Kasafan specific, no, minimum is very NIV, I'm used to most of the time, NIV, yes.
NIV, okay. Yeah, it's Exodus 21:20, no, about the says all bull slave, then just open that up.
Okay. Kevin.
Yeah.
Who calls the door has you?
Oh, Mingoso,
Exodus 21, okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, to kind of who you're saying, Yanko.
Okay. So who be a translation be out there? Where be no? Because I'm not watching on the screen.
Yeah, Bill, what the Kevin kind of Yanko because yeah, so.
Okay, translation be NIV.
Yeah, I say NIV mostly maybe automatic NIV or new international NIV, yes.
Okay. Into the patch of come in, Mr.
No, what kind because the man motive for no what kind it's you.
Okay, come on, say it. Yeah. Sorry, forgive me. Yes. Okay, I can't say anyone who beats their male or female slave with a rod must be punished. If the slave dies as a direct result, okay. But they are not to be punished if the slave recovers after a day or two, since the slave is their property. Says right. Yeah, also Woody and say this one, say when he recovers, right? Which you were stressing on. Okay, so be a good news. Which be a good news translation?
Kevin, point in this no.
That's it. Point and I made no. And I know.
No, I won't tell because I'm out for me. I'm for stay no program. No, you be saying yes, I could be saying. It's what be a problem. Good news translation, okay? Maybe a good news translation.
Maybe also.
And you can't.
If a slave owner takes a stick and beats his slave, whether male or female, the slave dies on the spot. Okay. So that on the spot we say no. Going back. Sometimes not who analyze it if anything.
Ben Moshe,
Avraham no. Yes. Or you do on the spot. We say no, yes, I'm
not.
Double standards. Yeah, no problem.
That double standard. On the translation now kind of not on the spot show.
Oh.
That be
approximation.
They bet me back check it into they be on be black a kind, be black a kind, not on the spot and show on. So what you see now? Into translation, no you super not on the spot and show on. Into what the material what can understand what they kind it. Okay,
no problem. If the slave dies on the spot, the owner is to be punished. But if the slave does not die for a day or two, the master is not to be punished.
Okay.
But if the slave does not die for a day or two, the master, if the slave does not die for a day or two, what's your saying?
Before the a day or two, if the slave does not die, so when we are okay, the master must not be punished. When the slave will recover the same thing.
No. that is the point you are missing. Because that question I'm missing out for one says I go back to the question.
Okay.
Calm down. There's no difference from the Bissau about COVID. The exact same thing. The exact same thing. But I think now to be COVID is different from this one. Why?
Yeah, very good.
I want to say, let's just focus on the verse we say, which is the Good News Translation verse. Let's focus on the 21, just the 21.
21, yes.
Very good. 21 says, but if the slave does not die for a day or two, if the slave does not die for a day or two, let's go to my question. A friend of mine got COVID, and I'm going to say, he was rushed to the hospital, and he did not die for 3 days. He did not die for a day or two. He did not die. He did not eat for 3 days. He did not jump for 3 days. You listen. There's no way around a profile. But you have the blindness because you already have a preconceived idea. Say there's no way you could be wrong because of your faith. And until I started with this example, because then you were not being able to be because your emotion, like invested in your religion, it wasn't apparent here. So you're able to think clearly and give me the right answer. But see, there's no difference here. But why is your response to both questions no different? It makes no sense.
No, okay.
What did I mention?
There's no way
around it.
Yeah, but Kevin. After the material okay. It's the answer. I don't think when you use the same ideology we say I'm from my NIV.
Thank you. Somebody let me point it back. Thank you. That's a very good question. It's me point to me say this year who's a so-called NIV now, what I'm trying to say, that's 21. Do I we see a trauma different? It focuses on recovering.
Okay.
But Okachobi said, but if the slave does not die for a day or two. Now Oka said, but if the slave recovers within a day or two, two opposite things. It is not saying. So what I'm trying to tell you is these two translations of the same verse are talking about two different things. But that is the thing. Everybody was missing the past few days. You guys were just quibling over this.
Okay, Kevin. A good point. Now make you saying okay. But since you say you're dealing with the Bible, no. So we have to deal with it in context. So what you're saying now. we have to deal it with it in context. It depends on verse, no. What didn't come here, what didn't come who have verse number 12 and I say number 16 now. So we be cool the punishment in
so
if the same verse so obi cool okay whoever hits someone and kills them must be put to death. Into the capital punishment for killing somebody. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for killing somebody.
For killing somebody, capital punishment is death. It is a slave.
Hold on, just hold that thought. Which no crime as per the way who see scrutinizing Muslims and same name. And in the position Muslim, be punished. You'll be ready to defend yourself. Say, that's a punish could mean anything. It could mean any kind of this. It could mean any that kind of that.
It cannot be.
Let me learn. No, let me learn.
Because at the point here, because I mean, evidence, the Muslim, the reason why now punishment stands for death for now. I will make my accept it. So on one in 3 more countries, because it's shooting agenda there, I will not accept it. But on my reference from the book, from Quran, not Quran, say this. I did we are saying say yeah. Madam, I say Debbie. So what you say? Me canon punishment now. He must be punished, no. And yes, I mean, I'm me 3 more punishment. What sort of punishment? A Bible indicating what the punishment, My point, it's a Muslim in Biana, you put some questions, Say Muslim need to me my reference be no amount of sources be no what you say according to Quran, say Quran they say beat in the saying a beat say they can of Quran chapter 4 verse 34 says a wife or disobey one of their punishments and so between them more to beat them. And the Quran when defining what the beating is, It is a Muslim never be catch them say beat you know what's that what they Cain it is say Cain it is say a bono. Say what you say now. E wan for Quran mu. It we say a bit me a bit Kevin wo honom there. Hello? Hello,
The line akate.
Na we line so still count to Ojina honom there okay. Eti hello Kevin. Line need to read there okay. Eti the point now we make was say a good point. So we read there okay. Sab translation of Ben Moshe kan no. Yen ko mame hwe say meet my say mama for hunu bia okay. Exodus 21:20 okay. And it was all kind verse bia okay most of the time no. E was say we then we check it different translation at least we benya understand so won't take us na and independent work kasa no so too much independent was so say e bia was say Hebrew say e bia Muslims say was say Arabic no okay I'm for we English screen so no yen hwe mo hwe ade me the good screen so I think say obi ehun bi clear okay me man na e big kakra say me hwe different translations NIV translation am use no new okay or say when the slave dies as a direct result so dies as a direct result. We know what I say NIV translation. Another new living translation. The slave dies as a result. And so we man use the spot. When you use spot, we when you use spot, okay? Another translation, standard, okay? English Standard Version. You heard the also kind. The slave dies under his hand. And this one can say the spot. So what you say now? Another translation, and the servant dies by his hand. And can say the spot. King James Version, okay? And this is saying King James Version, we say so can say, and he died under his hand. And it over translations na King James Version he dies under his hand. New King James Version.
Under his hand simply means immediately, okay?
Immediately?
Yeah, it means
no. The police ni bo suspect no e prison honum. Now the prison no call hospital no go hospital 2 days now under the hands of the police and you at the spot.
No.
Suhyini, that is not that and you under the spot, okay? New living American standard and the good stream.
Why do you think your understanding of the verse is correct and anyone else understanding is wrong?
I didn't say that, but
yeah. So this is translation, and
this is but Suhyini, are you saying if somebody hit someone with the car and the person did not die at the spot, and then he dies 2 weeks later, it is not because of the car accident? Are you saying that it has to be at the spot?
Seto, the Bible was written in this case in the Hebrew language. And this is translation.
But this is English. This is New Testament. This is Old Testament anyway. Okay, Hebrew.
So depending on who is translating. So it's your understanding that is not necessarily the correct one.
But yeah, but no.
So just keep that in mind.
Under his hand, it doesn't mean at the spot. You can even shoot somebody and the person will not die at the spot. He will die 1 week later in the hospital. But
yeah,
the person
that's why
still dead.
You don't understand. That's why I said you don't understand. When someone when the slave master should hit the slave, he dies at the spot. Then the verse 21 go ahead to then describe if in case the guy is not dead 1 or 2 days.
Okay, so he's listening. So what happens if he die after the first day?
Yeah, then he should be punished.
So it has nothing to do with the spot. It has nothing to do with the spot. Because if he doesn't die on the spot and he died the next day, the slave master will still be punished and will be killed.
It says 1 or 2 days.
Yes, I understand. Listen carefully. Yeah. You are saying the verse 20 means on the spot. You are saying on the spot. But
it can mean that.
The second verse indicates
it can mean that. My point is just that I'm not even going to argue, but I just want to make a point that don't think your understanding is only the correct one.
I didn't. Yeah. But okay. But you see, my point here is look at all this translation that I'm showing. All this translation, none of them translated it on the spot. Okay, look at this. Under the slave died under his abuse. So only one translation. What
But
the brother Kevin.
The
Kevin showed
brother.
us good news.
but
Okay.
Seto, do you check the Tanakh? Do you check the Tanakh and see
Seto
what it
won't.
says in?
Seto won't. He will
What
not.
does it say? What does it say? Okay, what does the Tanakh say? Just educate me.
Well,
What does it say?
Because you should have checked that one first before you make
You see,
you
am not. That is why we have all these things. We pick everything in context, so we know. Say,
Seto,
okay, this
you
verse
know what
is saying.
you should do? Seto.
What should I do? Why don't you educate me? What did the Tanakh say? Julius, since you are CSF, I know CSF people, you read Bible, you go through in and you try to understand it. What did the Tanakh say? What?
No.
Seto.
I am TV CSF. I don't go through. I don't only if you say something, then I go check and see. But I don't
Did you
really.
go and check?
I don't have the Tanakh.
Do you go and check when Ben Moshe say things? Do you go and check?
Seto.
Oh yeah. I check.
Seto.
Oh yeah.
So let's speak, okay? Because
can you please? Yeah, can you please just take any of the translation and then you click commentary of the verse. Let's see what the commentary says about the verse.
Okay, so which one? Which verse do you want?
Let's take any translation you choose and then you go to commentary.
Okay.
No, you have to go up. The commentary is up.
No, it's not working this way. Wait.
Yeah, there. The comment.
Okay. This is one commentary. Eli Scott commentary. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have pulpit commentary.
Yeah, just read one of them. Let's see what it says about the verse.
The Hebrew comment. Okay. Let's read what it says. Okay, just read it for me because I want you to read it. It is your duty to do something. Read it. We are listening.
And if a man smite his servant, the homicide he too considered has been that of freeman, but the Mosaic law was not content to stop at this point, unlike most of other codes. It proceeded to forbid the homicide of slaves. He too throughout the East and also in many parts of the West, slaves had been regarded as so absolutely their master's property that he was entitled to do as he pleased with them.
Oh.
Now, for the first time, so far as we know, was the life of the slave protected. Then don't move quick because
sorry.
I'm not even sure where I was now. Okay. The exact extent of the protection is uncertain. The exact extent of the protection is uncertain. Keep that in mind. According to the Talmud, the master who killed his slave was put to death. That is also a very good point. According to the same modern Jews.
According to some.
Well, okay, according to some modern Jews as Kelish, he made merely to pay a fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a modern. Okay, just continue because
this is modern. So they
yes.
probably have changed the law. In any case, the killing was an offense of which the law took cognizance. Later on, it appears that even assaults on slaves, if they reached a certain intensity, were unlawful and involved the slaves' compulsory emancipation. Yeah, but this
Can you explain this to the people what you just read?
Can you go up?
I'm going, but you just read something. Can you maybe explain something to them? According to the Bible, the slave master's life is not valued than the slave. And
no,
even
it's lie. It's lie. Seto,
you
don't
just
lie.
read
That
it.
is
You
a
just
lie.
read it yourself.
Yeah, but we just get to the point. Don't mix up because the laws have been what do you call it? You can actually see it has been.
You just read the thing on the screen. You said I should click any commentary, and you just
so
read it.
where in this place that it says that the slave life and the master life is equal.
Okay,
Where?
so what does it mean? Okay, let's see. Where did he say that? The master who killed his slave was put to death.
Yes.
What does that mean?
If you kill someone, it's murder, so they kill you.
So the slave life is just as valuable as the slave master.
Yeah. So what is? Can you explain more what you mean by that?
Wait. I just said, according to this law, the slave master's life was just as valuable as the slave himself. You said no. You just said we should read a commentary, and the commentary is telling us the slave masters, if they kill the slave, because if I kill the person, if I kill a dog, nobody will kill me, because my life is not the same value as the dog. Okay, so my life is more precious. And according to this, if you kill a slave master, you haven't killed an animal. You
see,
yourself
you are contradicting yourself, Seto. You have to be consistent. Seto, listen. You have to be consistent.
According to what you told us to read, is the slave master's life, is it valuable than the slave?
Let me put it this way, Seto.
Then answer the question, then put it in
no, I'm not
way.
going to answer. No, I'm not going to answer yes or no. So let me explain.
So why are you reading this? Because you don't care about the truth.
Because people are listening and people need to understand.
Julius, imagine when we read this. If we read this and it was saying that otherwise, the slave master could kill him and there was nothing will happen to the slave master, he will accept that.
No, Seto. Listen, people are listening, so don't just argue to win an argument. Be honest, okay? No, because the last time we had the program, I didn't actually, I was not in a good place, so I couldn't even speak much. But today, I'm with you, so be honest. Don't put down.
So let's be honest. Okay, let's go with what the verse is saying right now.
Yes. So put down your Christian glasses and let's understand the issue here. Okay.
I have putting it down. Okay. Is the slave master's life, according to what we are reading, at the same value as the slave?
Yeah, if the slave master should kill the slave, then his life is equal to the life of the slave, so he will be killed.
Okay, so the slave master's life is equal to the life of a slave.
In what context?
In context, if you kill the slave, your life will also be taken.
Yes, but
that's what we are talking about.
Yeah, no, Seto, it's not the same thing because you are mixing. That's what I'm trying to correct.
What am I mixing? We are speaking about death. We are speaking about the death. So you take my life.
Seto, wait. Give me time to explain something to you. When the slave master killed the slave, he will also be killed. So in this context, we can say yes, the slave's life and the slave master's life is equal.
But that is what we are talking about. We are talking about the life as a human being. That means our ancestors, their lives were not equal to the slave master's life.
Even this, their life is. Who told you so, Seto? You are even wrong there.
Wait. So you think our slave masters, they could when the slave master killed our ancestors, the slave master was killed too.
Yes, it has happened. I have a proof.
Wait, prove it. I want to see it. In Ghana, in Gold Coast, when the slave master, when they killed our people.
America, listen.
What you say that now you are going to America, so you're going to modern day, right? You are going to modern day. You are not going to Ghana.
Relax. Can you let me speak? Do you want to understand or just want to argue? Wait, Seto, you want to argue or you want people to understand?
Because you are trying not to be truthful. We are speaking about the life of a human being.
You are the one who is not truthful because you are trying to defend the Bible.
What do you mean I'm trying to defend? And you are trying to tarnish the Bible. You are trying to tarnish the Bible.
Let me, yes, because the Bible is full of what do you call it, laws that was used to enslave Africans.
It is not the fault of the Bible that some criminals are using some things.
It is. I'll prove it to you today if you just let me.
Okay, I've let you, but you have to be honest, because according to what
I'm
you told
very
me,
honest, Seto. I'm very honest. So just let me speak.
Speak. We are listening.
Okay. You see, what do you call it? In America during slavery, they had laws, and they actually went ahead to execute a slave owner who killed his slave. I'm not talking of modern day America. I'm talking of during the time of the slavery. They had laws that forbid the slave owner to kill, what do you call it, his slave. Of course, it did happen, and many were not punished, but there was a law, just as in the Hebrew Bible, because they were Christians, so they used the Bible. They were actually applying the same laws in the Bible, Seto. Okay?
Oh, no, not okay. Give us evidence, give us proof, because you always want to see the verses from the Bible. When somebody quotes something, you want to see. Okay, give us any reference where you get this information from. We want to. I'm not saying you are lying. We want to know.
I have the evidence. Wait,
okay, give us. So let us see.
If you
Evidence.
just search, can you just search Mira?
We are listening. I'm writing it down so I can search it.
Yeah, just search. It's called me, or even just write the slave owner who was executed, killing his slave.
What does it got to do with the law? And the slave owner who was executed. We want the law. We want the where you can find the laws. This is the laws for the slavery, like we have in the Bible right now. The law. Okay, if a slave steals something, he should be.
Seto. There were laws. You are just sitting with the computer. Just go to Google.
Yeah, but give us go. You say I should type the slave owner who was killed.
Write the slave codes.
Okay, so slave codes. Okay, let's write.
Of America, it will come. And this
why of America? Why of America? Was the American the only people who own slave?
No, even in England, France, this was laws that they have.
No, so I will type slave code in Africa, okay? Because that was where we came from. Slave code in Africa.
You are dishonest. You cannot write Africa. You are dishonest.
Why cannot you see now?
You are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. To do that,
wait.
No,
I am hypocrite
I'm with
because
you.
I am writing
Don't
Africa.
Don't lie.
Wait. You are fighting for Africa. You are fighting for Africa.
Why do you want to write
Africa? Want a slave code from Africa. I am a hypocrite.
You are dishonest. You are dishonest. You are a hypocrite.
How am I the dishonest guy? Suhyini, how am I the dishonest guy? When I am saying the origin of the slavery comes from Africa, from Ghana.
Okay, Seto.
Okay. Now we know.
You are dishonest. Don't do that.
The brother is still there. But he's not answering. So I've off the phone. Okay. Kevin was still on the line, but it's not working. Now the slave code in Africa is not enough. I should type America. Why specifically America?
You are dishonest, Seto. You see, you are a liar. You are a hypocrite. But let's leave that aside.
No, this is coming from you that you cannot even accept the same. You yourself, you quoted this verse.
You are exposed. You are exposed.
Okay,
it's clear that you are a liar. You are a liar. So now, can you go to Leviticus 25?
No. We haven't finished. We haven't finished.
We have finished. Let's go to Leviticus.
No, we haven't finished.
You are lying. You are purely lying. So leave that.
What is the lie? What is the lie?
You are telling me you are even a hypocrite, not only a liar, because you are telling me.
What is the lie? What is the hypocrisy? Let people know. I want people to understand
the slave code of America, and you are telling me you are going to write Africa because you know something will not come up. So you just want to hide. You want to defend by lying. You are a big liar. You are a hypocrite, Seto. I didn't know you are such a hypocrite.
Suhyini.
Yes, I'm pissed off. Seto.
Are you saying the Africans, they didn't have any slave code there, right? Is that what you're saying?
Seto. The Africans.
You are the same guys. You are saying the Bible. They brought the Bible to enslave the people.
You use your common sense. The Africans were enslaving themselves.
You see, no logic here.
Seto.
No logic.
No, you are the who don't have logic, Seto.
You said they used the Bible to enslave the people in Africa. Now you are saying I should go to America and type slave code. Is a vision from
you
the
are
Bible?
exposed. You are exposed live.
Okay.
Seto. Today you are
I am
exposed.
exposed. I am exposed.
live.
I will
Yeah.
cut this portion
Okay.
and I
You
wait.
are
I
exposed
will
live.
cut this portion so people will see the exposure of Seto. Because
Yes.
you are the ones
You are a
that are
bigger
claiming
liar.
people. You
You
are
see,
claiming
you are
this
now
slavery,
running
it
from
is from the Bible.
you
So
are
this
now
code
running
that you are
from the
claiming from
evidence,
America, the
going
code
to
that you are
Africa,
claiming
so
from
that you
America,
will find the
is it from the
evidence,
Bible?
right? Oh, Seto.
You see the logic here.
You are
It has
big
exposed
disappointment.
what do we call it? The agenda. It has exposed your agenda because you don't want to stick with the truth.
Wow,
You
look,
said
wow, look.
it is the Bible they use to enslave Africans. Now we are going to check what the slave code for Africans are. You say you don't know.
Seto, you are a
But
big
Seto,
liar. Can you
in
go to
Leviticus,
Leviticus? Can you go to Leviticus?
Leviticus 25,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Even Suhyini is going there. Leviticus, right? Leviticus
Yes.
25.
Leviticus. 25, 39.
Julius, why
Yeah.
catch them say always now old type old treachery never go home now. We are back out. Yeah. I didn't you. Yeah. Research ye.
Yeah.
Men judge amount for
Okay. Starting from Leviticus 44 on 44,
No,
right? It tells
Julius, start from 39 so that people will understand. Because I
okay,
just
start
want
from
to
39,
be
yeah.
exposed today.
Yeah, start from
Start
39, yeah.
He's a big liar.
Okay, for my conclusion, Suhyini told me say I should click any commentary. Now we click the commentary.
Leave it.
He read it. It doesn't
leave
suit
this
his
place
agenda.
and go to Leviticus.
When they kind of hypocrisy.
Leave
no,
it.
wait, let me
leave
finish
it. Let's go to
because
Leviticus.
you see how the commentary itself has exposed you. The commentary
It has exposed
itself, it has exposed you because why do you want to jump over to Leviticus? Why?
You are a hypocrite. You don't want to see the evidence.
You
are
said
not
I
telling
should
me
click
you want
the
to do what
commentary.
you want.
We
to
are reading the
write
commentary.
the
Now you said
codes in
Leviticus.
Africa.
The reason why is the
where the
commentary
Africans
is
are
against your
responsible
logic.
for
And you don't
enslaving
want
themselves.
the truth. You don't want the truth.
No, you are the one who don't want the truth.
So why did you say I should click the commentary? Why did you say I should click the commentary?
You are lying to defend the Bible. Okay.
What do you mean? You are lying to accuse the Bible. You are lying to accuse the Bible. You are saying it is the Bible that taught them to do this slavery. And now
yes,
you don't want to go to Africa.
I just want to give you the evidence, and you are now telling
but why
me
did
you
you say
want
we
to
should
write
take this
the
verse? Why did you
slave
let
codes
me
for
come here?
Africa?
Why did you let? Why is it not from Africa? Is the slavery not from Africa? Are you not the one fighting for our ancestors?
Look. You see what this Bible has done
Africa,
for you.
We did not write any books for the slavery.
All the books so then why are we speaking right now? You did not write any book, so you depend on somebody.
You see what the Bible has done to your common sense.
What is wrong with this guy? Okay, Leviticus what? I'm
25.
writing it down. Leviticus
25.
what?
25 from verse 39.
Leviticus 25.
Yes, from verse 39 to 46.
Okay, Leviticus 25:39. Okay.
Yes, to 46.
Okay, a good screen so you can read it for the people. People are listening.
Yes. So it says here, if any of your fellow Israelites become poor and shall themselves, and sell themselves to you, do not make them work as slaves.
Okay.
They are to be treated as hired workers or temporary residents among you. They are to work for you until the year of Jubilee. So here, notice, keep in mind, they are not to work, or you are not to make them work as slaves. Keep that in mind. It's very important. Then, can you scroll up a bit? Verse 41. Verse 41. Then.
Okay, great.
Okay. Then they and their children are to be released, and they will go back to their own clans and to the property of their ancestors. 42, because the Israelites are my servants. So God says the Israelites are his servants. The Africans are probably not. Whom I brought out of Egypt, they must not be sold as slaves. They must not be sold as slaves. This law is concerning who? The Israelites. Keep that in mind. Do not rule over them Ruthlessly. Ruthlessly, sorry. But fear your God.
Ruthlessly.
You treat them kind and nice and good, which they didn't do with the Africans, right? Can you scroll up?
Okay, no, wait. Let's
Scroll
digest
up.
this. Let's digest this verse. You have said enough. So who are those people getting this command?
The Israelites.
So that means apart the Israelites, they are to do this, right?
Yes.
So who are the people who came to enslave Africa?
No, Seto, leave that aside. Let's continue first.
The
Today
logic.
I'm with you. I just want to
Wait.
expose your ignorance.
No,
You
why can't you answer any question that I ask you?
What question?
I asked you the laws that is given. It is given to the Israelites, right?
Correct.
And the Gentiles, so they can buy slaves from the Gentiles, right?
Yes.
So it is not for the Gentiles.
No, don't jump. So please don't go anywhere. Can you scroll up?
So define. So what does the Bible mean with slave? What does it mean? How do you get your slaves?
There's a distinction between a slave who is or a servant, because an Israelite cannot be. They should not treat them as slaves. They should hire them as workers. Domestic workers,
temporary workers. That means they have to even pay them.
Okay, so how do you get your slave? How do you get your slave? Explain this to us, please.
Okay, scroll up. Let's
You
continue.
have to buy them with your money.
Yeah, but you buying them? Are they like captured? Are you? They have to sell themselves.
Seto, stop talking.
No,
scroll
they
up.
don't have to. You have to buy them.
Yeah, but you are buying them because they are selling themselves. They are selling themselves.
Can we read the Bible, please?
Go to verse 44.
Okay, we will go. The Suhyini is already reading it. Okay, so let me go up. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Thanks. Now listen, very careful. Your male and female slaves, your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. Very important.
So this law is for the Israelites.
No, now this law is not for the Israelite anymore.
It's for who then? It's for who?
This is for slaves. They can now purchase. They can take.
Who can achieve? Slave who can achieve? Slave who can achieve?
I didn't get your point. What do you mean?
Of course, you didn't get the point. You see the logic here. You are.
Let me just read. Why are you? Why are you interrupting?
Explain. He said your male and female slaves are to come. Who is this command going to?
The Israelites.
The Israelites.
So it's a law
that the Israelites.
It's a law that the Lord is speaking.
To who? To who?
Right.
To the Israelites.
To Israelites, right?
Yes.
Not to you, Ghanaian, right?
Not
to American, right?
But now you are better than this.
No. You see, you your own logic. Your own logic. When one verse you say to only
you
for
have
the
exposed yourself today. Seriously.
No, you have exposed yourself because the logic that you are using, the double standard. When there is a law, you
let them just read the Bible. Can we just
only
read?
For the Israelites, they can have only 7 years.
Instead of
now, this law is for the Israelites. This
are
law
you running
is for the
from reading the Bible now? I thought you said that there's no slavery in the Bible.
I never said that. I never said that. You see now, you are lying again. You are lying.
I'm not lying.
Did I say there is no slavery? I told you I've made a video. Even yesterday, I told you I made a video and I told the differences between the slavery in the Bible and what happened to our ancestors.
Can we continue to read the Bible?
First, you have to let the people know who is getting this law. Who is getting this law?
The Israelites.
So it is not for nobody else, right?
The Israelites.
It is not for nobody. It is not for any Gentile to go and do that, right?
Seto,
no, but
Seto,
Gentile can convert. A Gentile can also convert, though, right? If you're a Gentile, you can convert, so you become Israelite.
Because he just want to divert.
A Gentile can convert, and you will be under the covenant of God, right?
Seto,
so if you decide to come,
you are now running from reading the Bible.
Read. We are continuing. We are listening.
Yeah, you are now running from reading the Bible.
We are not running, but you see that your interpretation will expose yourself. But
no, me, I have not interpreted the verses. I just read.
Okay, yeah, but we want to know to whom this verse belongs to. Read. We continue. We are listening.
To the Israelites. How many times do you want me to tell you that?
Okay, so continue.
Yeah. You see,
you are 45.
Okay, thanks. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and members of their clans born in your country, and they will become your property. So they can actually
Forever.
buy slaves that are not Israelite but lives among them, and even their children, they can buy them.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what happened, right?
Okay, so continue. Why you stop?
26. You can be quenched, which means you can actually what do you call it? Pass down the inheritance of the slaves, pass them to your children as as inherited property, and can make them slaves for life, and can make them slaves for life as it happened in America. Thank you. But you must please don't keep scrolling up and down.
It is there.
Yeah. But you must not rule over your fellow Israelite
Ruthlessly, okay?
You see?
Okay, so verse 47. I want you to read verse 47, please.
Okay, I can do that. If a foreigner residing among you becomes rich, and any of your fellow Israelites become poor and sell themselves to the foreigner or to a member of the foreigner's clan, they retain the right of redemption after they have sold themselves.
So you see the point here, Julius, you were asking, okay?
So you are exposed completely.
There's a difference between themselves and sell.
Completely, you are exposed.
Difference between and sell. Two different things there.
Wait, Julius, listen carefully. The rich foreigner who is living there, can he go and kidnap the Israelites who is not selling himself and capturing him?
Look.
Can he do that?
No. It did not say that, right?
It didn't say that. Good point. Okay, so the person has to sell himself. And what is the purpose of selling himself?
If he's poor.
Exactly.
But there is also.
But this is for Israelites too.
This is for Israelites. So what do you mean? So when the people who came to Africa, what does that got to do with the Bible? Did the God give them command to do so?
Seto, they were using this passage.
It doesn't matter if somebody is using the
what
knowledge.
Do you mean by it doesn't matter? What do you mean
by if somebody uses the knowledge that
Seto,
he used?
How long were they Christians before they came to Africa?
Wait. Suhyini, your same logic. If someone, a doctor who has the knowledge of operating, uses his knowledge and start kidnapping children on the street and operating them, taking their hearts and selling them in black market,
is it the fault of
education?
He's a criminal.
But is it the fault of the education system?
No.
Now, okay, so no, you see what? So if somebody is using Bible in his advantage to deceive people, is it the Bible's fault?
You cannot compare the two. This
why not?
Is the Bible a word of God or not? Is the Bible
but here's the Bible,
the word of God or not?
The Bible is the word of God, but you can use it. You can use it.
You cannot compare the two, Seto. Those are two different situations.
Why not? I cannot compare the two, but you can. You can.
The doctor who taught the doctor. Is it God or human beings?
Education. It is a system. It is
the education. Who made
it? The point is, just because somebody is using something good to do something bad, it doesn't mean that thing was bad. Just because somebody used,
more than satisfied.
You see the logic that you have. Somebody uses the knife that we need. We need knives at home.
Julius, you can talk now. I'm finished.
Yeah, we are finished. Okay, so you can hold on. Julius have to speak. Okay, somebody can use the knife at home. It is needed to go and do crime. It is not the fault of the knife. What do you mean?
The
water. We need water. Water is a good thing for us. But the same water can drown people. The same water can kill people. It is not a fault of the water. It is a misuse of a thing. But the point here is, the Bible said you can buy foreigners, you can buy slaves, you can buy whatever. The slaves are not going to, it's not like what happened to our ancestors. Kidnap, caught, beaten, stuffed in a room,
they are even allowed, the Israelites are allowed to go and attack cities.
And it is war. It is in the time of war period. War period. Look at this. It says it war period. Yeah, so stay back door a little bit. Okay, let this guy Julius speak too. You see now your agenda. It will expose yourself because the Bible never condoned the slavery in what happened. The Bible never condones it. And when the Bible speaks of slavery, it's not about skin color. You say this order for the Israelites, and now somebody is as hypocrites. No honesty. What the Casamitier, Julius, the time or so.
But Seto,
Yes.
slavery is wrong from the start. Okay? Now, our ancestors' slavery, there is nothing like selling yourself. Okay? In our ancestors' slavery, you can go at any time you want to because you work daily.
Our ancestors' slavery,
and then you get. When we say, okay, before we have slaves, right? We also servants, right?
You mean before
servants
the colonization? You mean before colonization?
Yes, before.
Before
right?
colonization, okay.
We
are
always
speaking about the colonization.
We always have
we always had slave. Okay, fine, okay. So this slave that we always had, were you able to beat them?
Well, if they do something bad, yes. Right? If they do something bad,
you
yes.
Can beat them. So if you beat them and they die, what will happen to you?
Of course, it's a crime. It's a crime.
So
but remember,
what will happen to the slave master? Give us an answer.
Well, listen. In our time, if you kill your slave, the king will call you and they will punish you. The kings will call you and punish you.
What is the punishment? Right? What is the punishment?
Well, they can kill you. They can kill you too. Is
it the punishment is death or they can? So maybe they will not kill you. Is that what you're saying?
Well, Seto, in our tradition, when have they killed
you? You can't even give me a concrete answer. You don't know. You can't give me a concrete
answer. Remember, we have many slaves, servants, but nobody was killed. Nobody killed anyone, right?
You don't know this. You don't know. Julius,
I know.
Steady.
You see, we didn't have any book. Seto, we did not have any books for that, right? We did not have any book because ours were verbal. But we have slaves for farming and all those things. But we
didn't have any book. We cannot verify anything. What somebody told you, it could be true, it could be false. Yeah, it could be mistaken. We don't know.
We pass on history like stories. That's our tradition before, until there is a book came, right? And then the book writing stuff down. So you have to understand our tradition before the book came.
Okay,
right? You have to understand it.
Book, but remember, you don't accept the book, but I should accept your oral tradition.
No, the book is giving permission to go buy slaves, but for us, we did not buy them. Okay, if somebody, you go to the family member, you want servant, they give you the servant to you, right? They give the servant to you, but the servant can leave at any time. Like how the Bible tells you have to work for a certain year.
Okay, but the Bible too. Okay, let me tell you what they don't tell you. In the Bible too, the slave is not going to be your property forever. Your slave can decide. He can decide to stay forever. Ben Moshe read it. He read we can make the slave.
But the Bible tells you. See, the Bible say if there's somebody sell himself to you, you have to wait to Jubilee before he can release himself, right? You have to wait. So there is a condition.
I don't think it said you
have to wait. That's what it says.
Wait, the Jubilee, all everything. It is not for only the slave. Obi or Obi Kebiano will go back to zero. Everybody will return back to his original place. Okay, and it goes for everybody. The Israelites, Obia. But the point is, okay. Julius, okay. A prisoner today, okay, is a prisoner today a form of a slave for the country, for the state?
Yeah. A prisoner is if you're a convicted criminal, right?
Okay, so we'll say before colonization there was slavery. Ghana for system, no, they now country, no. Okay, it was a form of a slave. Not I for one was slave to no more use. Colonization. Slave. We have in history where is this when the king died now, they bury one of the servants of the king, no, one of his slaves, and they can bury the king with. We have history in Nigeria, it was happening.
Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you.
One question, okay? Then you
The
have to
kings,
go.
the burial for the kings from Egypt, we were doing that. Okay, can you tell me any of the kings, Ramses, whatever it is, that the Americans dig them and then they see a head of the servant under the coffin? Can you tell me? Can you have any evidence of that?
I never mentioned,
Right?
you know,
Because the Americans,
I never mentioned Egypt. According to the history in Nigeria, no, we had kings that they used to do this. It is their tribal thing. It's a tribal thing. It is in history. So
exactly.
I didn't mention.
But see,
what?
Our kingship came from all the way to Egypt. Okay,
it
and the kings were buried.
Egypt for no more than Egypt for no
No, remember. Listen, the tribe. They took over our land. The land used to be us, for us. And then they took over. Right? So Seto, we have our language. So that time it wasn't called Egypt, right? Kemet, right? It was Kemet. We migrated from there. And
what time was that?
Huh?
Julius,
14th, whatever it is. 14th.
The time also.
Right?
Okay. Philip.
Yeah.
Hello? To Julius. And the Julius will network near very poor. M11 poor.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you yesterday, make Casamite have 2 minutes left, okay? Hello? Can you hear me?
Seto.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mr. My lucid voice. Hold on a second for me.
Now, me two voice, no, Casanite, me call time and so. Okay, Kevin Casamite.
Yeah, Seto.
How to make that?
Yeah, me tell Tobo Kaka Kevin Casamite. Kevin, yeah, Uja line so and our network in the cat me who are the quantity.
No problem. That's how to make that. Obi friend, yeah, me girl be friend.
Well, squad way, so to be well is what line so.
But how to make that?
Me tell on clear okay Casamite.
Yeah. My point in there, I'm just making it short. This is my point. Utie. Share. One said the whole point, and I'm saying make it. Utie. The whole point, and I'm saying making it say one. Bible like that verse, no, about the beating slaves, and then say so woo then it's some particular verse, Utie. And yet all the versions, many translations, no, and they cut the same thing. That's my whole point. I'm trying to let you know. There are some translations, right? This is good news. Even King James nimpo okanya wo misinterpreting. Just let me land. There are so many versions. Na earlier. Most of them are old. Nina cut to the effect. Say slave no so obu na say owu right there and then now. You help on the show. But say when wu after a couple of days, that's a owu later. Most of the versions of old were all like speaking that same way. But some few newer versions, and I reinterpreted it. Say obono na say or recover after some days. That one there, ultimate fact like down there yeah. So like what I'm trying to say. And the verses are
because the evidence if you say they work on.
What do you mean by evidence? Mature back.
Who say your old book, your old stories go on man a casa and
no, that's not what I said. No, you're not listening.
You just said the old versions of the Bible translations do not indicate this. What now can this here?
Slow down. Versions, versions, Many would say versions, your King James, your NASB, your NAB, your DNDMV, like abbreviation be bring
Continue.
And each one piano, your time you're releasing it at once. Maybe your Geneva Bible, about 16 something. After a while,
the Bible man, I would say prove what I said. You can hear correct. Then I'll pay for old one be bra.
Okay, bam. Say to prove something.
To prove
come again.
When I will make it claim, and what I say the old Bible versions, no. Then you now indicate says or 2 days after 2 days, no, there.
Okay, cool. Okay, Matthias, no problem. Just give me a second. No problem. Just give me a second. Okay. One will be to say, Hold on.
Kevin, me
What
time
am I going to say? Oh, tie. Say me chow. Now you put channel on improve.
Then because me time
Mami
so me
improve,
crampo
mami
so
improve.
me be so crampo until I me see the
Mami
part.
improve. Tie. Good news. Tie. We'll Google this here because when we meet with my screen, I don't know how to do that. I'm quite new to this. Google the year Good News Translation was published. Google, not Namo bien.
I been Google this see me time so many time. I'm for online.
Time so.
Okay. Good news. Also the year until I then it be Google and I.
Yeah, the year it was published.
Okay.
I'm trying to let you understand. Say all that translation.
Yeah, Ben King James. Yeah, Ben. Hey, for a good news copy any free here.
I ain't a Good News copy need free. Good News Translation. I think either a number before just by before.
Hey, for a good news copy any free here.
A copy from one of the old ones. He said either King James or something. I can't really quite remember.
I would good news. So now for King James in your example.
No, I'm trying to make a
or maybe time on copy idea with here or oh the good news no copy from King James but on for King James ni nya asem nka obegina good news no dey make point
no me King James is saying the same thing. No King James is saying the same thing. King James is saying the same thing. King James is saying the same thing. Read it.
King James is saying the same thing. King James who on the spot.
Oh, bro. King James.
King James.
Thank you. Oh, no, yeah, but no, because I can't put it there. King James.
King James can't say. Because
they are all old. That's what I'm trying to say. They are all older ones and new versions.
Older ones. King James. King James say, if a man smite his servant and or his maid with a rod and he dies under his hand, he shall surely be punished. So King James never said on the spot.
No, that's not my point. I'm talking about Owo say. I'm talking about the next one, 21. No?
21. You heard the King James can.
Yeah. So who can say recover? And I make sure say recover. Some versions say. Some versions say if he die after.
Notwithstanding, if he continues a day or two.
Thank you.
If he continues what? If he continues what?
If he continues a day or two. If he continues a day or two.
If he continues what?
What?
What does
if he continues his life.
Continue living.
If he continues, that's if his life.
Okay. Philip.
Yes, that's all.
1 minute. Wait, my casa 1 minute.
Don't worry. Maybe the quick one. Let me say. Okay. Me can about so just like me. I'm a staunch follower of CFSF, and I believe that you have the opportunity to come up with these things if you so think say be explanation be Becca say be Avraham man say towards man of say they are loopholes so you can also come out. So me but the me can say now no you are coming up with a different narrative to say slavery in the Bible no it's not what that we are practicing today and I said what our ancestors went through. What if say senior now you can say versions of the Bible keeps coming up refining trying to tune in to make it look like or to make it sound like a modern day book no say they be a modern day age no you be follow no now you who anything bad with the previous one no is this still going to sound like is this still going to be the same like word of God in that context and I nipa adwin or the tro because it keeps you keep making a claim say remember you keep saying say Bible the slavery no that time no the era of slavery into na Nyankopon de samra no ebaye it is a Nyankopon de samra na ba within that era of slavery now omo practice omo nipa na omo practice ye no omo anye ne se Nyankopon hye it's fine. We can't blame the Bible for it because a nipa that's in a practicing is so
Philip, 1 minute, okay. Material what can I say no? But what be offend the Bible, the slave Bible?
Jose.
What be offend the slave Bible?
What the
book be offend the slave Bible? What Bible?
Me, I just want to know from a neutral point of view.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I also want
see
to
the
learn.
Bible, no, the slave Bible. What's in the slave Bible that? Okay, that is a specific Bible now. They created him themselves, you know, so to suit their agenda. So what they say now. So they pick verses from the Bible, from the original. So the Bible we say, you know, if it was there for slavery now, they wouldn't have any no need necessary. They will create a slave Bible, a Bible called the slave Bible, so that they will impose that on the people. And the people with agenda, no, they can pick things out of context for their agenda, for their purpose, for their benefit. And I was a quote, we see as now with you now.
So that they can hide the truth from the slaves.
I get you, but I'm saying say within that era now, I will say slavery, you know, about the name slavery and the word slavery at that time, you know, people picked it out of context and use it against the Bible. That's what you are saying, right?
Okay.
Right? And
the
I'm
same thing in Ghana is here who also a pastor. Yes, or a friend. Now you Bible no making this
exactly. So yes, so many years and so many generations down the line, they will won't they keep refining it to suit the modern day age?
Now that be because the old you before now so horrible no kasa Bible no ho no. What you say now? The oldest Bible be a wohobiano and say the only be Africans no Bible be support to. There is no Bible.
Okay, so is this just the word slavery? And I say if you pick other words too in the Bible, and also means different thing, or is just slavery now? What
the Bible is slavery now. They didn't have this Bible. It kind of clear say if someone kidnaps somebody and say the person he must be put to death.
Yeah,
okay, it's the Bible. It's tobo slavery now. Okay, it is mainly based on skin color, black, white slavery. Okay, white people no dominate over the black people. Africans, they're not equal to human beings because they are black. It is this kind of mentality, but the Bible does not support this. So it is the Bible no kasa about slavery.
The Bible do.
And I'm meeting a maker say, the explanation you are giving me from slavery, honestly, a Thomasum. But I'm saying, is it
Bible
yes, so now the app in make us explanation you are giving but me say, is it just the slavery? And I said there are other words in the Bible too. We have a different conception on it. The word
of course, marriage. Bible say a marriage is between a man and a woman.
No, let's use killing. Let's use killing because at the point God was killing unborn children and all those things. Let's use killing in this context. And then
God was killing unborn children.
Oh, yeah. The killing of some people, and then I'm not so familiar with it, but I know.
Make a statement. So when you're familiar,
but it's in it. The fact that
anyone born unborn children
are you saying the Bible never said anything about God ordering to kill unborn children? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that is
what I'm giving you the verse.
I'm just like
you. I can give you the verse.
Okay, give me the verse. Give me the verse where God is killing unborn children. I want to know. I want to learn.
I'm not too familiar with the verse of head.
Anyway, Tobo, Suhyini saw the verse. Never mind. Okay, Suhyini verse. Never mind. If there be a God killing unborn children, I want to learn. I want to know.
Hosea.
Okay.
13:16.
Hosea 13:6. Okay, Ubetima Kayama.
16, not 6.
Okay. Ubetima Kayeti. For the meantime, okay, maybe be good screen.
No, you read.
Yes, Noah.
Okay, Julius, Ubeka one or two things, okay, before I made the verse in good screen. So now my end there, then time or so.
Yeah, slave Bible no is for the slave, not for the master. Okay, what the master send a slave ebe kind the master book there something different. Slave book for slave Bible is for the slave only, not into that master in Kangen. Right? Now that's how it was. Yeah, the slave Bible.
Two parties say, the slaves, and they were able to read.
Oh yeah,
the slaves were allowed to learn. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah. No,
they were what?
They were able to read, the slaves.
Slaves were able to read. Okay,
Yeah,
history. Ever check history now.
old school. Now they were able
Ever
to
check
read.
every time also what me call Julius. Every time also so bizarre what me call. Okay, but me the verse na go through to Suhyini ever kind verse na my. Me that was
No, you
Julius.
read.
No. Una got two verse. Who got two verse? I know what
Okay,
kind.
let the brother read it. Let the brother read.
No. Una one line doesn't see. You are on the line right? No. Obi any will be on. Obi ako.
Oh, okay. The people of Samaria must bear their guilt because they have rebelled against their God. They will fall by the sword. Their little ones will be dashed to the ground. Their pregnant women ripped open.
Okay.
Yeah. So it confirms what the brother was saying.
Okay, that is true. That is it seems so. It seems so. Okay, but I have to get the context because on the occasion you killed the unborn children, but this is speaking about the pregnant woman.
There are many verses, Seto, like that.
Okay, there are many verses. So I have to check this verse so I will know the context. I'm not gonna say anything I don't know about it. Okay, say the first verse we say they go on the end. He was saying that he killed the unborn children. So we will see say okay, they are pregnant women raped open. You know, it could mean that. And as I said,
go to Isaiah.
Okay,
13:16. That's where it's saying.
The timer, so this is enough. Me stay always saying for the meantime. Okay, then the me who metimi etimesia na me hunu ade kronti ekoba anisa. That what I say.
No problem.
What I say, okay, fine. Until yenya understanding back on I say. At least yenya understanding. Until me check verse we say, let me who the contest now. Then I can educate people and I say metima amount for what I say more. Until so you need me the base say me time so okay, what's me
okay.
Me the amount for line so mpe bia kan but me time so what's me okay. Seto SSK Mr. Ma mon share mon tag amount for. You bet me agree, you bet me disagree, but I was say you're open, say you bet me have a dialogue. Important. So what I say. It's me the program we be see what I say now. Seto SSK Mr. Ma mon share mon tag amount for. Moment share there. Now mon yesterday say what TB wo baby a yesterday. What TB wo baby na nye o de o dana no munti. Me busa question we say asana ma call me time so so say me busa question we say. Na no mo say omo kan say. Na no mo kan say. Julius wala line so there be Julius ko na no mo say enim guase amfata okan ni ba ase tell say they say statement waiting na no mo de kan yo nyame na me kan enim guase amfata okan ni ba why na enim guase fata no say bibi o bible ni ma ene de can be taken out of context anything na work can say enim guase amfata okan ni ba na no mo say enim guase amfata okan ni ba question is why na enim guase fata no aya mo check his story na mo ma me so mentiase so say where the be na person will tweet na wo dane na we say there you will always find the do asem no the message na aka say the one tiase na person feature ma e be happen the whole time we will never get understanding because they also be can be no we betima dane no so what I say we betima dane wa asem na be can be no until the program we be see what say na seto SSKT for Mr. Ma mon share okay malam no ba line so na me say on na on be Christian no one steady because na kopon onfa emma and that down until we say
God is not a pimp. He will not seduce me and tempt me by sexual activities. All of us, we knew that, you know, sexuality, it can be good, it can be wrong. Depend you are practicing that with who. God, when he gave us this gift, is for the order of having a family and to reproduce, not for the joy itself, which means sex was not the purpose. So Adam and Eve, they complete each other to make a family. However, in Islam, sexuality became the target, not God. When they ask Jesus, okay, the Jews, because they think the same way as Muslims, you know, they ask Jesus, okay, there's a guy, he marry a woman, and then he passed away, and then his brother, he married her, etc. So who's going to have her in the heaven? Jesus said, in the heaven, in his kingdom, we will be the same as angels. We will not marry or get married. we will be the same as angel. What does that mean? That's mean we will be free from our needs. You see, happiness is not about eating a falafel. The one who made you or he creates something in your tongue to be able to taste food, he can give you better joy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but this is not necessity or necessarily to be by eating falafel. So do angels enjoy their life? Obviously they are angels, they are happy. So we will be the same as angels, but angels are not eating, they are not drinking, they are not having sex, but yet they are happy creatures. So God will make us free. The first thing will be when you became the same as angel, which means you will not be an angel, but the same as angel, you will be free from your needs. Because sex is a need, food is a need, sleeping is a need. It's all is needs. It's not just like a choice. Some of them is not even a choice. We have to do them. So when you will be the same as an angel, you are free from everything. In other way, God, he made you, he leveled you up from a human who is slave of your needs to be a creature who is free of needs. So you live with God with happiness, but not because you need something from him. You are free. You do not need to eat. You do not need to drink. Still you are happy, and your happiness cannot be described. So Jesus, he described that for us, and it is way higher than somebody describing for me heaven as women created just for sex, to be sex game, and eating fruits and drinking wine, and 80,000 little boys serving me. It's a child abuse, it's a women abuse, it's disrespect for our nature as a human.
Yes, I've heard you talking about this topic before, and I really find it disgusting how it is described, the paradise.
So Ali, why you don't leave Islam, my friend? Why you don't say today I am out of this cult?
Yeah, I think I am out.
Jesus,
hallelujah. Here we go. Our friend Ali, he called us as a Muslim, and now he is not a Muslim no more. Ali, you just made a decision, and this is a very important decision. You don't want to be Muslim no more, and you just denounce Islam. You refuse it. So why you don't accept Jesus? Have you ever heard of a name better than his name?